Charlie Kirk lays the absolute smackdown on this woke pro-trans activist who believes that men can be women and women can be men. As I usually say, I am not going to talk anymore, so let us get into the video.
Hi, I'm a liberal. I'm Democrat voting. I'm very strong in my beliefs about a certain set. I have a very strong belief in a certain set of principles. I probably disagree with a lot of your principles. I disagree with conservatism and usually right-wing conservative beliefs. Okay. The reason I'm here tonight is my son is very right-wing conservative.
You have a very smart son.
And and he doesn't drink. He's only 20, watch it. All right. And the reason that I'm here is because I raised him to believe and think for himself, to look at both sides and come up with his own opinion. And he kind of didn't come up with Bernie, okay, I can live with that, but I absolutely stand behind his right to think what he is free to think. And I don't need to break windows. That's not a model for what I believe in liberalism. There's a lot of liberals who are very upset about that. Good. So my question to you is, in my sense of accepting and loving my son, it's different. He's my family. Mm-hmm. I also believe, for example, one example is LGBTQ adults, not trans kids. I'm going to get that argument. But LGBTQ adults who are happily in relationships and married, who are behind what they believe in, and it doesn't necessarily coincide with the Bible. It doesn't coincide with two genders. I believe that people have the freedom to express themselves, and they don't want to be in two genders. They have a different point of view because they looked at both sides. They came up and they have the freedom to believe what they want. So how do you, my question to you is, how in your belief of two genders do you accept people who don't believe that?
This whole idea of acceptance and accepting people for who they are and accepting everybody is a load of rubbish. People can engage in what they like, but I as an individual do not have to accept that behavior. If I don't like that behavior, I don't like that behavior. The problem with people like this is they believe you should just accept everyone, and they don't even hold themselves to that standard because there's certain things in life that they don't accept. And that's just true of every human being. We don't accept everything, and I don't have to accept everything. That's just stupidity. If I believe a lifestyle goes against my standards, I don't have to believe it.
Well, yeah, I just asked the question. I would ask it of you. What is a woman?
For me personally, I am a woman, and I believe
but what is that? Don't answer the question with the question, like, what is the vocab term woman? Define it.
That I align myself as a mother, and what the women in my life and the feminine values of being more relationship-oriented, less competitive, mothering, caring about someone ahead of myself. So those are values that feminist values that I believe in, and I believe I can be a woman. I don't have, I wasn't born with a male body, but I believe that I am a woman based on feminine principles. Those, like,
so
those, and those and other feminine principles.
Under your view, somebody can choose to be what they want to be.
Yes.
Okay. Can I be a bobcat?
Well, and more than that argument, I want to get more into
this is important.
Your belief.
Let me ask you another question. Can I be whatever age I want to be?
The response to that really is not exactly what my question's about.
Well, you're asking about
His question is a very good question to ask, and the fact that you're not answering the question already lets me know that you know the answer to the question. That's the sad thing about all of this. He asked you a specific question, and you know why he asked you that question and why you didn't answer the question, because you know the answer. And if you answer the question, you know the answer to the question of when he asked you what is a woman. But these people are so programmed, as I keep saying in all my videos, that they will blatantly tell a lie and refute the truth because they want to cater to people's feelings and their emotions and accepting them regardless of what they do in their lives. That's the ignorance and the stupidity of this position.
my view on the LGBT, and I'm getting there. I'm just trying to understand.
And as an example, people who don't believe that there are two genders, just in general,
I know.
who are disagreeing with you.
And you are one of those people, so I'm trying to get to some form of understanding and clarity.
Okay.
Before we get back into the video, I need everyone to turn on their post notifications so that you get notified whenever one of my videos come out. Like the video as much as possible, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitter at YinkaThatGuy. Let us get back into the video.
So do you think that having agreed upon objective reality on age is important?
Yeah, but that's not within the concept of gender.
Well, but why is that different? Why does reality stop when gender gets discussed?
Because I'm not thinking about people of different ages.
Why not? So, if a 30-year-old thinks he's 14, he should be able to have sex with a 12-year-old, right?
No, this is more about gender.
Well, no, hold on.
Well, but I have a limit.
But gender is where does that limit come from, and why do you believe in the limit for age but not for biology?
Because I feel that gender is
I'm going to stop her right there, and I'm going to pause her and cut her off in between her speaking, because the reason she doesn't go along with the age thing is because she hasn't been told to yet. That's all it really is. There's nothing else to it. People haven't told you to believe that age is just a social construct the same way they tell you gender is. That's the answer you should say. Be truthful and just say it how it is. You don't believe it because not everyone is saying it right now. That's why. This type of person, if they were to say in the next 10 years that age is just a social construct, this type of person will begin to believe it because everybody believes it too. And that's the unfortunate reality with liberals. Their views change with the wind.
an aspect of somebody they can believe in being able to be in more than one gender. I don't believe that age falls into that. I believe this is more about a gender that people are able to choose.
You're saying, though, that gender is
Yes.
a personal feeling or belief that somebody has about their existence. Regardless.
Yes, within gender, there's
Got it,
some
got it.
things
So,
that
but the
they
moral-
don't, like
the-
being
the-
an animal or being 90.
Right, but the moral premise of that is that your biology, your chromosomes, do not dictate your reality, correct?
I don't know. Do I have to know the answer to that in order to honor the fact that somebody else believes that they are choosing
let me
to be a
tell
woman?
you why and what I believe.
Do I have to agree with that
Well, not a matter of agreeing.
in order to be able
Here's
to
the thing.
identify
You can
gender?
have whatever opinion you want, but the truth is what I'm trying to articulate. It doesn't matter what you believe. Somebody is born a man. They don't stop being a man if they appropriate womanhood. If I wore blackface right now, I don't become black. If a man decides to all of a sudden dress in a dress, he doesn't become a woman, nor should you force other people to reaccommodate society. If they want to think that in their private time or in their own mind, it's kind of weird and strange. I guess go ahead and do it. But that's not the debate we're having in America right now. The debate we're having, and I'd love your final thoughts on this, is a biological man is able to compete against biological women in NCAA sports and win the national championship in swimming. Do you think that's fair?
I don't think that's not part of my personal beliefs. Okay, so let's maybe just go for gay and lesbian couples who are successful. I mean, just because I really want to know the answer, and I kind of know where that's headed, and I don't agree about men playing in women's sports or...
Hey, we agree on that. So
Yeah, so
you
I
and
agree with that.
You understand that the liberals that you identify with call you a bigot for that belief, right?
Not the liberals that are my friends, and not all liberals believe that.
Yeah, that's shocking. I'd love to meet them. So Secondly, though,
Yeah.
on the other part, as far
they're all in
but-
their 60s.
but let me,
My friends.
on the LGBT thing, and I want to get to as many questions as possible.
Yeah.
What does somebody's own personal sexual orientation have to do with lumping in a bunch of letters with somebody that is suffering from gender dysphoria? Those are two separate issues. Don't you think we should
Yeah.
divide them?
No, I think that there are people who have healthy homosexual relationships who identify that way, who aren't in favor of some of the
you
gender
misunderstood
problems.
the question. What I'm trying to say is that for a while it was gay activism, and now it's LGBTQIA+. It just keeps on growing, and this
Right.
kind of social contagion of left-wing activism. Let me just tell you my position very
Okay.
clearly. Okay, everybody's made in the image of God. That's my first premise. We all have a soul. You could disagree with that. The American founders believed every single human being had a soul, and that is a fact. I believe that marriage is an institution and a tradition that should be between one man and one woman. Marriage, in an ideal world, the state would have a limited role in that, but I don't believe that diluting or destroying the institution of marriage or the vocabulary or the truth behind it does it any justice for anybody. And you must understand what a word means and what is the purpose of that word. And having been married, I can understand that marriage is about opposites getting along to do something bigger than themselves. The big issue in the gay marriage debate, and some conservatives disagree, is that you don't have two opposites. You have two alikes that are coming, two people that are alike coming together. That's not what marriage is. You could call it something else. That's not marriage. In fact, I think it actually destroys and diminishes the beautiful institution.
These people, when it comes to being questioned on the things that they believe in, always fall short, and they can never seem to answer the questions that are being posed to them, which is very interesting. But anyway, that was another video, another reaction. As I usually say, if you guys enjoyed the video, like the video as much as possible, comment down below, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitter at YinkaThatGuy, and I am out.